Meanwhile, the Department of Justice says it is coordinating with the Supreme Court on the case of at least 34 cockfight enthusiasts who have gone missing. Why the High Tribunal? Well, according to Secretary Boying Remulla, that's because of information they received that the mastermind is the disappearance of the sabungeros funneled a lot of money to infiltrate the judiciary. The DOJ chief said the personality is so powerful and so loaded, he or she can influence anyone in the high court.
Basta yung sinasabi ng mastermind, narinig ko yung kanyang in his own words, kaya natin yan, kahit Supreme Court daw, kaya niya. Sinasabi niya. Kaya kakausapin natin ng Chief Justice tungkol dito. We will tell him na what are the things that are hindering our way through this. Kasi nga, ang bigat talaga na kalaban sa dami ng pera.
Furthermore, Secretary Remulla revealed information about a group connected to online cockfighting or e-sabong that the alleged mastermind belonged to. The said group supposedly worked on the kidnappings and killings of the missing sabungeros. Remulla also vouched for the credibility of one alias Totoy, who came forward with all these details. The Justice Secretary said Totoy likewise has vital pieces of evidence in his possession. But Remulla is leaving it up to the prosecution to assess if Totoy can turn state witness from being one of the suspects in the crime. It was also alias Totoy who claimed that the missing sabungeros have long been buried in Tataan Lake in Batangas.
Credible enough. And sabi ko nga, hindi lang naman testimonya, meron siyang mga dokumento na, tsaka may video pa nga na hawak, na magpapatunay sa sinasabi niya.
Prior to this, the DOJ has already coordinated with the Philippine Coast Guard and the Armed Forces of the Philippines to conduct mapping around Taal Lake. Authorities are also exploring technical diving to help in the search for the disappeared sabungeros. However, the PCG and AFP's expertise and devices are not enough. For one, the depth of Taal Lake reaches up to 174 meters. The deepest government divers have reached so far is only around 100 meters. In short, the state needs help.
Meron tayong nakukuha na within the government service sa DNR tsaka sa fragment, Navy fragment na willing to undertake the technical diving exercise. We are also contacting the Japanese government for assistance here. Pero meron naman tayo mga remote vehicle sa DNR na pwede rin gamitin. But the technical expertise and experience, yung kulang tayo.
Well, for its part, the National Police Commission is also launching an independent probe following reports that police officers were also involved in the case. Let's discuss this with Attorney Rafael Calinisan, Vice Chair and Executive Officer of NAPOLCOM. Good evening, sir, and welcome to The Big Story.
Yes, good evening, Cez, Sean, and Pauline.
First of all, alias Totoy has not yet come forward to the NAPOLCOM, has he?
He has not, and I have not read his affidavit. I don't have a copy of his affidavit as of yet. And I would really love to get to speak to alias Totoy and have a copy of his affidavit.
So what have you done to begin this probe of yours?
So it's all over the news. I heard through multiple reports that allegedly there are policemen that are involved in the case of the missing sabungeros. So it is incumbent upon the National Police Commission. It is the body authorized by law, actually under the Constitution, which has administration and control over the Philippine National Police. So I ordered the motu proprio investigation of the missing sabungeros. I gave an instruction to our Inspection, Monitoring, Investigation Service to investigate this case and right away give me information and if need be, file the appropriate cases against the appropriate policemen.
Would you know to what unit alias Totoy belongs to so that this is where, I guess, you can begin your probe?
There are already reports. I have received information as to the quote-unquote identities of certain policemen. But of course, I need to be circumspect because these are from creative sources. the best source of information is the complaint affidavit of alias Totoy. So until and unless I receive it, I cannot give you any confirmation. So my remedy is to conduct my own investigation since under the Constitution, it's the NAPOLCOM that has control and supervision over the PNP. If I may, says Sean and Pauline, what is being focused on right now is the investigation on the criminal cases. People have forgotten about the administrative aspect of all of these. It is the fitness of the policeman to wear the uniform. And that is where the National Police Commission is focusing on. The NAPOLCOM must determine if our policemen involved in this case, allegedly, should still be wearing that uniform. Let us remember that that policeman is wearing a uniform, has a badge, and has a gun. So at the soonest possible time, we should determine his fitness. If he is innocent, then so be it. But if he is guilty, then disciplinary action must be made and dismissal proceedings must be initiated right away.
Okay, so just to clarify, Attorney Calinisan, wala pa sa office ng NAPOLCOM any sort of paperwork, evidence, or affidavits related to the missing sabungero. So ngayon pa lang magbumoto proprio investigation kayo, correct?
Yes, that is correct. Wala pa po ni isang pahina ng complaint affidavit of alias Totoy. So again, ang trabaho natin is to investigate, to get to the bottom of it. So that we will do. We will not shirk from that responsibility. We will do what is needed. And kahit sino pa yan, tuloy-tuloy lang po tayo, wala po tayong uurungan.
So yung sinasabi ninyong may idea kayo about some of the possibly involved police officers, you're getting this from different sources lang so far since pumutok itong storya?
Yes, that is true. But of course, again, I need to be responsible before I say any names, before I say any institutions. I need to first validate the information that has reached my office.
Well, Atty. Calinisan, nauna na pong sinabi ni Justice Secretary na mabigat ang kalaban dito, hindi basta-basta. The mastermind possibly even holds influence over the judiciary. With that said, can we expect a fair and sound investigation from NAPOLCOM?
Dito po, hindi po kami na-impluensyahan. Dito po, wala po kami kinakatakutan. Ang atin po, lumabas lang ang katotohanan. So kahit sino pang backer niyan, wala kaming pakialam. We will just do our jobs and we will do our jobs well. We will make those policemen, whoever they are, if they are guilty, accountable under the law. If needed, we will dismiss them.
And go ahead, Paul.
And Attorney, in this motu proprio investigation that you will be conducting, what timeline are you setting for yourself? Is it also 60 days?
As soon as possible. Kung kinakailangan earlier than 60 days, so be it. Pero like I've mentioned, and naglabas na kami ng memoranda on this matter. Ang plano namin is from the date of the complaint until the release of the decision is 60 days. Syempre, may plus or minus yan, and it is very complex, this case that we have. No? But we will proceed as wala kaming hindi natin sasantuhin. We will check on this case and we will proceed as needed.
Are you coordinating with the DOJ on this matter? Or
yes, we have. We have sent feelers to the DOJ, but of course, I really need to speak with the DOJ Secretary himself. I have yet to do that quite candidly. But I have already spoken with the PNP chief. I have spoken with the CIDG chief. And yes, we are doing our groundwork right now as we speak.
PNP Chief Nicolas Torre, when he was the CIDG chief, was the one in charge of this case. And now that you've talked to him, do you have his assurance, no? Kasi you already have an idea who the cops are. Would he know also, and is he willing to, like, I don't know, facilitate your investigation on them, Attorney?
Let's just say that any and all pieces of evidence from all law enforcement agencies, we will accept. Lahat po ng pwedeng makatulong na ebidensya, game po. But of course, we will do our own. Naantay ho namin yung affidavit at yung complaint ni alias Totoy. Sana nga ako nanonood ho siya ngayon kasi sobrang importante po siya sa resolusyon ng kasong ito. Sana po pagbigyan ho tayo ni alias Totoy na mag-file po siya ng complaint dito sa National Police Commission. I know his filing of the complaint is independent of our motu proprio investigation, pero may talking head na tayo eh. Meron na tayong warm body informing us what the goings on are. So might as well, we really need him. Susi po siya dito.
Would you be able to assure his protection under the NAPOLCOM? Because kung takot po siya, posible sa PNP, posible ba? Do you guys have that mandate, that power, and that capacity to protect him?
I believe that he's talking with the DOJ right now. I believe that would be some witness protection concerns also. Of course, what we have under our disposal is also the Philippine National Police. But of course, if there is a request or kung kinakailangan na i-augment natin yung seguridad ni alias Totoy, that we will do.
Okay.
And attorney, well, you have built a reputation as a staunch advocate for accountability. In fact, when you joined NAPOLCOM, you said it was your aim to be the nemesis of abusive cops. I wanted to get your reaction when you heard about this alleged involvement of police officers in this horrific crime.
Totoo po, ako po'y nagalit. Sobra pong hindi po natutuwa kasi we've been for the past months that I'm here. Ang inaatupag ko po dito ay moral and welfare of our police force. Araw-araw po na ginawa ng Diyos, ang inaatupag po natin ay scholarships para sa kanila, medical nila, promotions nila. And yet, here we are. We receive reports na they are involved in cases of the missing sabungeros. So nakakasama ng loob. Parang I feel betrayed. Kasi pamilya ko galing sa PNP, tatay ko galing sa police force. And yet here we are, certain police elements are allegedly involved. Nakakayurak ng imahe ng PNP. So the only way to do it is to cleanse the ranks of the PNP. At kung ako ang kinakailangan para linisin ng PNP, gagawin natin yan.
On another matter, attorney, the Tokhang, the involvement of police in Tokhang, while Justice Secretary Remulla said it has ceded the investigation to the ICC. No investigation has been done, am I correct, by the NAPOLCOM on these erring policemen?
Let me answer you this way. Before I entered the National Police Commission, I admit that there has been no investigation conducted on this. But this I say to you, and lest I not reveal my cards, we are doing our homework. And kung ano kinakailangan gagawin ho natin. And like you have mentioned, yung ating pong service reputation is very clean. At let it be known that we are doing our work on accountability.
Okay. If no case will prosper in the judiciary, perhaps in the NAPOLCOM, where you said there are administrative remedies, then it's incumbent upon your agency to do it.
Yes, we will not shirk from that responsibility. Tayo po may ginagawa na sa kasalukuyan. Hindi ko na lang po siguro may detalye ngayon, Ma'am Ses, Sean, and Pauline, but we are not remiss on our responsibility. Meron po tayong sinumpaang tungkulin, and we are religiously doing it.
Okay. How tough will it be? Because sinabi na po ni Justice Secretary Remulla, nabura na mga records, walang police report. How will you reconstitute these documents, sir?
Una po, wala pong imposible. Wala pong imposible sa ating pamumuno ngayon. We will do what we need to do. And siguro secondly, we have to remember the barometer. The barometer for criminal cases is proof beyond reasonable doubt. But the barometer for administrative cases is substantial evidence. It is much lower than proof beyond reasonable doubt. So kung konti lang ang ebidensya na kinakailangan para umusad ng kaso dito, then again, so be it.
Okay.
Would
Attorney,
there
just to...
be,
Oh, go ahead.
sorry if I can
Yeah,
just
go on,
follow
go
up, last na. Would there be police officers willing to be witnesses regarding Tokhang?
I have heard that there are policemen that are willing to be witnesses. Again, I don't want to reveal my cards right now, Ses, but as I have said, And I pledge this to the Filipino people. We are doing our homework.
Actually, follow up din dun sa first question ni Sas, yung itatanong ko sa'yo, attorney, no? Nung sinabi kasi ni DOJ Secretary na binura na yung evidence, it makes me wonder, binura ba siya or they didn't exist to begin with? Are you at least able to shed some light on that?
There are different types of evidence. Siyempre, may testimonial evidence, may object evidence. Sa Tagalog, may testimonya, may gamit, may bagay. So maybe there are object evidence that has been gone, but let us not forget there are testimonial evidence. Ebidensya pa rin po yan. Yung pong mga dokumento, ebidensya pa rin po yan. And I think it is existing.
And what is your assessment as to the sentiments prevailing over the police force? Kasi nung past administration, that was the modus. Meron pa silang, they followed a certain guide, di ba po? Ngayon iba na. Ano po ba ang thinking ng mga police ngayon?
Of course, again, our police is a professional organization. Naniniwala ako na maayos at mabuti ang ating kapulisan. So, kung paradigm shift, ang inerti naman, mabait at maayos ang pulis. So, kung merong mga ibang direksyon dati, then siguro history will decide kung ano ba talaga naging direksyon dati. But ngayon, as far as I can see, our policemen are okay. And if I may say, I actually salute the leadership of General Torre. He's professionalizing our police force right now. At naniniwala ako sa leadership niya. At he's also a reformist. Happy ako nung naupo siya. Dalawa na kaming reformists sa PNP. So I think we will go places with that tandem.
Are you planning to reform the internal affairs, not sure, bureaus, department of the PNP also, attorney? Would you have a hand in that, if ever? Kasi dapat dumaan muna sa kanila yan, di ba? Bago muna bumagsak sa office ninyo.
That is not true. Actually, of course, we have a hand in the administration and control of the PNP. So any reforms or any revisions as to the manner by which the ES operates, we can give our suggestions because that is under the law. Pero the National Police Commission can handle cases directly. So the NAPOLCOM, under the Constitution, Article 16, Section 6, siya talaga ang pinaka-pulis ng pulis. Siya talaga ang bossing ng lahat ng pulis. So all the rest are other disciplinary authorities. If there are cases which are resolved by other entities, other disciplinary authorities, like say IAS, Chief PNP, mayors, regional directors, pleb, all of them can be appealed to the National Police Commission. But that does not preclude us from initiating summary dismissal proceedings as well. Gaya dito. We initiated our own motu proprio investigation. We did not wait for any case. We started our own. And by that, we're acquiring jurisdiction over this matter.
Okay.
Well, going back to reforms, attorney, just recently there was a reshuffling of assignments among key officials in NAPOLCOM. Kasama na po dyan yung staff service chiefs, assistant staff service chiefs in the central office, pati na rin po ng regional directors, assistant regional directors among 18 of your regional offices. What was the rationale behind that, attorney, and what can we expect from this reassignment?
Una po sa lahat, bagong upo lang po ako. I'm just in my second month as the head of NAPOLCOM, as the vice chairman and executive officer. So I need some latitude by which to work. We need more efficiencies by which we would work. So dahil po dito, gaya naman po ng lahat po ng naging hepe po ng kahit na ano pang opisina, you have to work with people you trust. You have to work with people who are very efficient. And we respect laws, we respect the tenures of our professional officials, but of course we need to do fine-tuning in our office para mas lalo tayong makatrabaho.
We understand your need for reforms and reshuffling because the record of NAPOLCOM, I mean, if you look, it's really much to be desired.
Thank you for being sweet about it. But let's just say na malayong-malayo pa sa ideal. Ang kailangan tayong magsimula sa admission malayo talaga. So before any reforms are made, you have to know where you are right now before you know where you wanna go.
Sige,
Diba?
anong assessment ninyo now, when you came in? Anong...
Matagal lang kaso. May 10, 12, 15, 18, 22, 25-year case. In fact, what I've done is to issue show cause orders. I think I've issued 3 and I've formally charged one of our lawyers.
In other
for
words, hindi
release.
natatakot ang pulis sa NAPOLCOM?
Kung dati hindi, una, dapat naman hindi naman katakutan kasi ang NAPOLCOM katuwang ng pulis. Hindi tayo dapat nananakot ng pulis. We are the big brothers of the PNP.
Kung may gumawa ka ng masama, dapat matakot ka.
Ayun talaga. May shoot ka sa balde if you do something really bad. But what the real thing is for the PNP officials who do good, they should be praised. The morale and welfare is paramount. In fact, I just signed 8 commendations for our policemen just before this interview. So nagpapapuri tayo ng ating mga police. But of course, in times wherein they forget to do their jobs and because some may have been abusive, dapat talaga tayo magpakita ng pangil at tayo mismo ang gagawa ng paraan para sila ay managot.
Okay. I couldn't help but notice Batman behind you.
I know, me also, kanina pa actually.
Can you tell us a little about,
Hello?
why it has a prominent place in your,
Hello? Naputol?
behind your desk?
Naputol.
Yes, naputol. Yes, naputol. But
sige.
we're back.
Ulitin
You
natin.
didn't hear. Okay, we couldn't help but notice Batman behind you.
Yeah, Batman is a representation. I think there was a line in Batman wherein he says, he shows fear to those who do injustice. So that's what we do here. So lahat po na gumagawa ng kalokohan, dapat po sila matakot sa ating panunungkulan.
Thank you so much for talking to us. NAPOLCOM Vice Chair and Executive Officer, Atty. Rafael Calinisan.